Yes, Gaurakumar, we can hear you.
Can you hear me if I speak from here?
It's at one point the sound just got muffled. You were fine for the like 95% of it, and then towards the end it sounds muffled, and even now you sound muffled.
Okay, now is it better now? Is it better now? Hear me now?
You can, but for some, I don't know if I think Paul was nodding. For some reason, it was fine and then went muffled, went back a little bit, but still not at normal volume.
Oh, really?
Very less volume.
You can try again. Okay. Okay, now is it better now?
Yeah.
Hear you.
We can't hear you,
Hear me?
Gautam.
You can hear me? Can anybody hear me?
I
No, we
can,
can't hear you.
Kumar.
Yes, Prabhu, I can hear.
I can hear you.
We can hear you, it's just not very well.
Okay.
It was fine in the beginning, just something happened.
Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Is it better? You changed something. No.
I can hear you properly. I go.
Maybe I'll dial in with my phone and see.
Okay. What about others? Vinda Mataji, can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear.
Okay.
I can hear you, गौर कुमार. इतने सारे इंजीनियर बैठे हुए कमरे में, कुछ तो अच्छा होगा ही वहाँ पे.
Kumar, we've been hearing you for years.
What did Sundar Gopal say?
We've been hearing you for years.
In the night when you sleep and you don't speak, from your exhaling, you can hear the Mahamantra.
Okay, so thank you all so much. So Nitya is very close to all of you. So there are two families here. One is the student family, the student community. I just want to introduce everybody here. So Karan Prabhu, you want to raise your hand? So Karan Prabhu. So this is Karan Prabhu. Haribol, Haribol Karan Prabhu. And then, so next to Karan Prabhu is Jitendra Prabhu. And next to Jitendra Prabhu is Aishwarya Mataji.
Haribo.
And next to that is Nitya Kishori Mataji.
Haribo. Bajayal.
And next to that is Radha Kripa.
Haribo. Haribo.
Oh, Radha.
And next to that is Sumon Prabhu,
Haribo.
student of Columbia, PhD student in Columbia University. And next to that is Vishal Prabhu.
Haribol.
Haribo.
And next to that is Gaur Kumar Mahaprabhu.
Kumar.
So what I was thinking was that we'll have one person speaking from the Albany family, followed by one person from the student family. So we'll just alternate, if that's okay. So we'll start with anybody who wants to go first. Vinay
Yeah,
Prabhu, you
we
want
can
to
go alphabetically.
alphabetic. Amrit Kali Mataji wants to go first.
Gaur Kumar, since you mentioned my name. I'm working on borrowed devices, Krishangi's computer and headphone. So if you can't hear me, blame the gadget. Okay. So I don't know how much Gaur Kumar has shared with the student, friends about the Albany group, but we all joined together back in the day in 2002. And Nitya Kishori was, not part of that gang because Gaur Kumar and Nitya Kishori got married, many years later. So I met her for the very first time at Sadhu Sangha. And although we connected, although we met very briefly, I connected very well with her. And, for those who know me, the Albany group knows me very well. Bhim is one of my Mahajans, right? So I like the Kshatriya mood, and I like fist fights. And I know we shouldn't be talking of the bodily concept, but by birth I'm a Punjabi, so I'll blame the Punjabi gene also a little bit with that, because it just gives me that kind of a hot-tempered mood. So I immediately got attracted and gravitated towards Nitya Kishori because she is the complete opposite of what I am. She's very cool, calm, composed, very well-mannered, mild-mannered devotee. I have never seen her operating on extremes, and I operate like a yo-yo. Either I'm here or I'm there. I'm never in the middle. So I was very attracted to Nitya Kishori because of her calm and cool demeanor. and how she took care of Radha Kripa at Sadhu Sangha, how she allowed Gaur Kumar to uh, you know have his time and space at Sadhu Sangha. Not that he was not taken care of, but I was very impressed how well she conducted herself in managing everything. And then over the years we got connected, and I'm grateful to Anang Sakhi also for sharing tidbits here and there. She talks very highly of Nitya Kishori all the time. And last year, there were some situations in my life personally that brought me even more closer to her. And I'm so grateful for her friendship, for her companionship. And I mentioned earlier in the day today that although I did not spend my initial years with her like I did with the rest of the Albany group, it does not feel like that. She fits right into the group, and it feels like we've always been together. Um, and I have lots to learn from her. I'm very inspired by her personality. She's very accomplished, right? She's taken a little bit of a back seat on the career so that she can support Gaur Kumar. She can take good care of Radha Kripa. And I have to say, I'm very impressed how, she has educated Radha Kripa also with her, homeschooling efforts. It's commendable, actually. When I see Radha Kripa saying Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, enthusiastically greeting us, I can see Nitya Kishori's efforts in bringing her up. So we're so fortunate to have this family as our friends that I can reach out to when I have a problem, and reach out even when I don't have a problem. So thank you very much, Nitya Kishori. Thank you, Gaur Kumar and Radha Kripa. And Gaur Kumar, I'll conclude with one statement. Behind every successful man, there is a woman. And your success is because of Nitya Kishori.
Haribol, Haribol.
Haribol.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Successful in spite of me.
So next we'll have Vinay Prabhu. Vinay Prabhu is a student who just graduated from NYU and is working for Amazon. He just got married actually to Shreya. Sindhu Kanya. Haribol Prabhu, go ahead. Oh, Sindhu Kanya Mata is also there.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, can I go in next 2-3 turn?
Sure, Prabhu. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. You're driving. Okay. So Vrinda Mataji, you want to go next? Okay.
Hare Krishna, ma'am. Very happy birthday to you. And yeah, I'm sure everyone will have such amazing things to tell about you. But I will just mention how, because I think Sir was just mentioning it, we have to say how you like personally inspired us and affected us. So sorry, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Sorry, I just had some. So yeah, I mean, like as everyone mentions, I know everyone will say that how you support everyone and take the back seat, but I feel that even in spite of that, the strength you show in everything, because I'll just share very little encounters I remember with you. First is that once you said, you were telling that, okay, I used to do a lot of services in Bhakti Center, but now I just take care of Radha Kripa and that's my service. But the way, like with the conviction that you told that thing, like that actually made me believe that if you genuinely serve your family thinking that they're devotees, so it is indeed serving Krishna. And that always echoes in my head whenever I think about you. And also, I really appreciate the time we spent in New Vrindavan last year before Maharaj visited in December. So that was like very, very special. And you always share all your stories, your personal realizations with us, although you don't have to. And they're so deep, still you share them. So I'm very thankful for that. And also, we know you do so many things, but the way you make it look very effortless. Like whenever you cook, your kitchen is clean. That's a very little thing, but I mean, how can you do that? Your kitchen is so clean. It doesn't look like you're cooking anything. So yeah, I mean, you're inspiring in every way. And especially recently, how you are always reminding me of being balanced, and you remind me that it's okay to be human. That is very, very, I really cherish that. because I think when we are in the devotee circle, everyone will tell us about how to be devoted, but the balance part, I learn it from you. And I'll just, I don't know, I had so many things in mind, but right now I can't think of anything. But only one thing is there, like, not because it's your birthday, but if I feel, when you ask kids, ki, tum bade hoke kya banna chahte, what do you want to become when you become old or whatever? So I honestly, with all my heart, like if I can become like even 50% of the way you are in all aspects of life, everything, then I would be just so grateful to Krishna. I think that would be like one of my biggest achievement ever. So thank you for just like getting to like, thank you for being there so that I know someone who's as amazing as you. I just can't thank you enough. I just, yeah, you're the best. Very well. And thank you everyone for just doing everything. It's so nice. I'm so glad you did. And one more thing I remember, sorry, last one. So in the first Rath Yatra, it was the third day, and we were just sitting on the table, and it was her birthday, and she just randomly mentioned it's my birthday because I like that was like just the first year we knew each other. And I was like, oh God, you're just sitting. It's a birthday, you did nothing. She said, no, no, the Rath Yatra, that itself is celebration. I mean, so much of satisfaction, gratitude you have. I just really aspire for it. So I'm very happy that finally this time this all is happening. So yeah, thank you, Haribol.
Very well. Thank you so much, Minda Mataji. Do you want to say something?
Yes, yes. And it's your sweetness that that I have in you, that you think everybody else has sweet. I've never seen anybody like you telling like bad about anybody. So it's your sweetness that is that you're seeing me as sweet. But yeah, I'm very honored. I'm very honored to be in association.
Okay, thank you so much. So next is Supriya Radhika Mataji. Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mataji, we can hear you.
Okay. Happy birthday, Nitya Kishori. Yeah. So I just want to say that even though I have not met you personally, but it doesn't feel like that, because in Albany group we meet sometime like in a month or 1.5 months like that, and that time only I speak to you, but it never feels like I never met you personally. I came to know about you from others, and I'm still trying to get to learn to you. But what is striking about you is like you are so humble. That is the best quality the devotee can have. Like you always come across, like as Amrita said, that very calm and composed. And one more thing, I feel like whenever you speak, you're so intelligent. You are very like deep and very intelligent whenever you are handling any situation. And especially we see like how much you sacrifice and tolerate while you are taking care of your family. And we are really, I'm really actually thankful to you to get to know to you, and I'm really looking forward to you. I'll meet you someday in near future. And that's all. Thank you so much. Happy birthday again. Haribol.
और कुमार वो टॉलरेट वाला स्पेशली तेरे लिए था.
Thank you so much, Supriya Radhika.
Haribol.
I feel the
Hare
same way.
Krishna.
Whenever we connected to that Mataji Sangha, I felt like I already know you, even though I've never met you personally. So I feel the same way. So
Yeah, thanks to Zoom, actually, we can virtually at least meet.
yes. And hopefully, Krishna willing, we can meet in person.
Yeah, yeah, really. So when is your next India trip? Any planning?
If all goes well, Krishna willing, maybe December, January.
Oh, okay.
That's our next.
All right. All right. Haribol.
Thank you so much, Supriya Radhika Mataji. So she joins us from Kolkata, ISKCON Kolkata. I hope the COVID is getting better there. Thank you so much for joining us.
Little bit better situation, little bit, but not out of the hook now.
Okay. Okay, so next we'll have Paul Prabhu. Paul, if it's okay, please.
Hi, Krishna, Nitya. I have another message which I'll play for you in a moment. But for me, I just thank you so much for all the wonderful food that you made over the years. I really missed your cooking. And you, as has been said, you're so welcoming and so ready to serve. And it's just, it's beautiful. I really cherish your friendship. And you and Gorokumar are two of the very few small group of people I miss from New York. So I hope to see you again in the future, and I hope this birthday is a very good one for you. Whenever I think of you, I automatically think of Radha, and I feel from the moment I met the three of you, you can see Krishna's love in the family, and that is just such a special thing. So it's a pleasure to have your friendship. And I have another message, if I could share my screen.
Yes, Paul. Yes, I'll just make you share. One second.
Thank you. Andrea is sleeping, but she recorded this earlier for you.
Yes, you should be able to share your screen now.
Yep. Can you see her?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hopefully the audio works.
We can't hear the audio, Prabhu. You have to share the audio. So when you click share screen, you can stop sharing. You can stop sharing.
Okay.
So when you click share screen, you'll find share sound in the bottom.
Look at you, Zoom master. Let's try this again. Okay.
Okay.
She's cute.
Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna dear Nitya, Hare Krishna to you. Happy birthday dear Nitya, please accept my humble obeisances and a great big hug from me to you. I miss you so much and I'm so grateful that I get to celebrate another year that Krishna has given us with you in our lives. I'm so grateful for your loving heart, your kindness. You've always made us feel almost like we're part of an extended family of yours. I'm so grateful for your association and Radha Kripa and Gaur Kumar Prabhu. Like your whole family is such a blessing to us. So, love you very much. And I hope that we get to see each other in person very soon. Haribo, happy birthday.
That was so sweet. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Definitely, we connected really well the first time we met in Bhakti Center. It was a wonderful meeting both of you, made for each other couple. I always cherish in my heart. You know, whenever we are in a situation at home, what would they do? And I can only think like that, but acting is completely different. I mean, like implementing is completely another level. But at least you are just living the perfect example of thank you so much for all your.
Thank you so much. Now we'll go to the Albany family. Shamli Mataji, are you okay? You go next.
Yeah, I thank you. Thank you for this program. It feels nice to see two families together. And usually, the Albany family, we have a lot of pulling the legs and funny things going on. But of course, as Nitya is one of those really goody girls, she's not at the receiving end of such things. She's one of those lucky ones who does not get her legs pulled. But nevertheless, again, as Supriya Radhika had said, even I haven't met you, Nitya Kishori, but there is definitely an instant connect, and your personality is so I don't know, pleasing is a formal word, very likable, extremely likable instantly. And what I really like is, I mean, what everybody knows is that you come out to be such a sensible person and such a calm, composed person. And not fanatical kind of a devotee. You everything is so, but at the same time, you also are simple-hearted enough to be enthusiastic about everything. Like, you don't brush away things. I think the word I'm looking for is balanced. And, one of the most balanced devotees that I have seen, especially to be living with somebody like Gaur Kumar, and you have to be extremely balanced to be like that. And so, but yeah, so I really, it's a very unique service that Krishna has given both of you, Gaur Kumar and Nitya Kishori. Bringing up Radha Kripa in the service of the Lord is really unique, because you don't have anybody to go to for advice. You have to do all the learning yourself. You have to go through the whole process yourself. So I really admire the way you have taken up the service so well. And because I remember it was through Sukhava Mataji that I heard first about you, actually, because when Sukhava Mataji is a Prabhupada disciple. I don't know if everybody.
Everyone knows Sukhav Mataji here. Everyone knows.
Fine. Yeah. So when Sukhava Mataji was visiting us many years back, so I mean, I knew her because she comes to for the Barsana I camp. And while we were speaking, I was like, oh, you know the Albany group too. Okay, so you know all these people, you know Sundar Gopal and you know Gaur Kumar. And okay, so then I was like, how are they? I think it was just the initial years of Radha Kripa, and I was expressing my concern to Mataji that how are they going to manage? And Sukha Mataji was like, Nitya Kishori is perfectly all right. Like, she'll manage. She's so very nicely. She's perfectly capable of doing things. You don't, you don't unnecessarily worry sitting over here so far away. So I really am very proud of, you know, having getting to know somebody like Nitya Kishori very proudly. I can say that I know somebody who's doing her services so well and contributing to every aspect in life. Like, it's not just the aspect of bringing up Radha Kripa, sorry. So wish you have a wonderful day. I mean, it's been a wonderful day. So I just want to wish you a very, very, very happy birthday. Genuine wishes from me, and all the very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shamli Mataji. So,
hey Gaur Kumar, I have one quick note to add.
Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
Since nobody's gonna pull her leg, can we at least pull your leg?
Yes, please. Yes. Most welcome.
Your session is will become formal otherwise.
Yeah. You should pull my leg.
When I was thinking, I had promised myself, I'm not going to mention Gaur Kumar. I'm not going to pull his leg. I'm not going to say anything. But फिर भी एक आध बार तो आ ही गया मुंह से, because it's so difficult not to, like that.
It's all about balance, Mataji. It's all about balance.
Yeah, chalo, Haribol. Thank you.
Haribol. You want to say anything?
Yeah. Shamli, what can I say? I mean, yeah, I admire your, enthusiasm. You're a balanced guru. So, if anything balanced that I'm doing is because of your, inspiring from you. So, so nice to see how you have brought up your kids so well balanced and, such a wonderful way, and how you've boldly taken decisions in spite of being in a very, very pressurizing community there. I mean, it's in a good way, but.
That's okay. Gaur Kumar, this is against the protocol, right? Does the birthday girl get to speak at all? Like, this doesn't work.
It's all about, we have to balance it out, right?
It's about.
अभी इसके जैसे MC होगा तो और क्या होगा?
I know. This is.
Please continue.
Go on. The next speaker.
I really, value your friendship, Shamli. Please, I love all the posts that you make in the Mataji's group, girls group, I should say. And looking forward to every time. I look forward to meet you in monthly Sangha. Definitely. I'm sorry I missed the last one, but definitely looking forward to have more association, and definitely looking forward to meet you in person finally. So,
Yay. Yes. Definitely. Looking forward to having you guys to India. In India, yeah. Very good.
Very well, thank you. So from Mumbai, from Mira Road, we'll go to California. So Vinay Prabhu and Sindhu Kanya Mataji, please, if you can speak.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, dear Nitya Kishori Mataji, wish you many, many happy returns of the day. Happy Krishna conscious birthday. Yeah, Mataji, like Gaur Kumar Prabhu and Nitya Kishori Mataji is like really special person for us. And like from the initial days in the Brooklyn temple, I'm seeing like how Mataji is like very loving and caring. Every time we go to like Mataji and Prabhuji's place house, we feel home. Like Mataji cooks so many things and feeds us so lovingly. Like it's just I feel home, like being like it's my family, like Mataji and Prabhuji. So, and it's not only like they are our mentors, but like through their actions only I learn a lot. Like so. Thank you so much, Mataji, being part of our lives, and thank you so much for your love and care and affection. And yeah, please keep us in your shelter always. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I haven't had the chance or fortune to meet you yet, but from everyone's description and from Vinay's description as well, like you sound like such an amazing person that does so much for everyone. And I really hope that soon, I think soon we'll meet once we come for the yatra. But from what I've heard and from what I've heard from Vinay, you're such a caring, loving person that takes care of everyone and does so much service in that sense. And you are an inspiration for us as a Grihastha couple, to how to live as a Grihastha couple, continue service, and balance everything else in life. So again, I wish you a very happy Krishna conscious birthday, and hope to see you soon. Hare Krishna.
Haribo.
Haribo. You can speak.
thank you so much, Vinay Prabhu and Sindhu Kanya. So it is wonderful. First of all, congratulations. This is the first time after you got married. So congratulations, and thank you so much for removing time to join us. I know that you must be very busy. So it's not even a month, right? So yeah, I'm really looking forward to see both of you in the upcoming yatra. And Vinay Prabhu, what can I say? When you were here, you were Gaur Kumar Prabhu's right hand, and and you still are long distance. But yeah, how many things you did, Prabhu? I mean, you were like, like an all-rounder. You do so many, service in the background, but you always, let Gaur Kumar Prabhu in the front, and you do running around so many services behind the scenes for setting up, the NYU student community and so on. So thank you so much for being the backbone, along with, of course, Vinay Prabhu and everybody else here. But you're the forerunner, and thank you so much for being there.
And we miss your bread pakoras, Prabhu.
Yes.
So much. So definitely for New Vrindavan trip, you should make bread pakoras.
Yes, lot of bread pakoras.
Harival. So from Vinay Prabhu back to the Albany family, Jitendra Prabhu, Jeet Advani Prabhu.
Prabhu, give me a few minutes. I'm just wrapping up my dinner.
Okay, Prabhu. Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, Gaur Kumar, are you all hungry? Like, cake पड़ा हुआ है, बच्चों को भूख लग रही होगी ना?
Okay, I think we'll take a break and cut the cake now. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
उनको क्यों आज half day fasting है क्या उनका भी?
Okay, so we just quickly cut
खिला
it.
दो उनको.
Okay.
But we feel bad, just leaving all of you and having the
Hey,
party.
Nitya Kishori, I'm going to eat a big ice cream. Don't worry.
Okay, sounds good.
So
We should sing happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hare Krishna to you.
Hare
Krishna
to you.
Hare
Krishna, dear Nitya. Hare Krishna
To
to
you.
you. May you never take again. May you never take birth again. May you never take birth again. Go back home, back to Godhead. साथी से भी ले जाना. Go back home, back to God.
Happy birthday. Okay. Okay. Okay, you have this one is okay.
No, there are three. So,
Okay.
Hari Bol, Radha Kripa, Hari Bol. Can anyone please describe the cake? Which flavor it is? We're really missing.
Can we see it up close?
Yeah, we are just discussing what it might be.
Supriya is going to enjoy the cake through Vani now.
So this is how it looks from behind, and this is how it looks from side view.
You are showing the best angles.
Prabhu, FedEx overnight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Meditate on the cake now.
We're really missing Bhai.
Yes, yes. Thank you. So we can continue. Jitendra Prabhu, are you ready?
Yeah, yes, sure.
No, other Jitendra. Jitendra Prabhu, are you ready? Jit
No,
Prabhu?
no, Prabhu. No.
Darshan Prabhu, are you ready? After Darshan Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu, we can go.
Okay, go ahead, Prabhu. Please.
You can go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Nitya. Happy birthday. Baldev wants to say happy birthday. Baldev, can you say happy birthday? We wish you a very, very, very blissful celebration today. You are such an inspiration to us. Just so loving, caring, so gentle, warm. I just miss all of our sanghas because I know you always come up to us and you speak to us, and it's so wonderful just being around you. It makes us feel good, just seeing you and speaking with you. And you are such an amazing person in so many capacities. I admire you for being the strong, brave, intelligent, creative mother that you are. It's so amazing. I always think about you, when my kids drive me nuts. I think about you and I'm like, wow, you're balancing your career and your services and motherhood, and it's just so wonderful. And one thing that I remember in one of the sanghas, you mentioned that you wake up like really early in the morning, every morning, and you chant your japa. And I just think about that, like every time I struggle with my japa and the kids, I'm like, I'm gonna try to follow in Nitya's footsteps, and it gives me hope. So thank you so much for being that shining example, and your beautiful, beautiful, sweet smile. Just such a loving person to be around. So we hope that with all the love that you've given us, we hope that you have such a wonderful celebration today with all of us virtually, and we really hope to see you soon so we can have your association again in person.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
I've always seen that many a times, the inspiration from devotees, it may not necessarily have to come through words. It comes, from actions. And when I see Nitya Kishori Mataji, it is so hard to, miss the humility, the tolerance, the love that she has for everybody that she meets. How lovingly she how lovingly she hosts all the people, all the devotees at her place. And every time you meet her, during our sanghas that we have, Albany sanghas or Grihastha sanghas, we always feel that warmth, that motherly love. It's always emanating from her, and it's so inspiring to see you handle so many things, like taking care of not just our dear Gaurakumar Prabhu, but also Radha and all this, devotees that you're nurturing in Krishna consciousness. So that is such a big thing for us to learn from, and we sincerely hope that even if we are able to take a little percent of it, we will be very happy. So thank you so much for all the inspiration, all the love that you have given to us all the years that we have known you. And as Nisha said, we are really looking forward to have the association in person sometime soon. So may Shri Shri Radha Gopinath, Radha Muralidhar ji, they give their best blessings to you and wish you a very, very happy birthday. Thank you so much.
Actually, you are the source of my inspiration, handling 2 kids and doing everything by yourself. It's really wonderful to see. Yeah, I do chanting because it's the only way. Radha Kripa gets up early, so I have to get up way earlier than that to do it. Otherwise, if she gets up at 10 o'clock, I would just be a 7:30 a.m. wake up person. So it's not anything astonishing about that. But thank you so much for all your loving and kind words. I guess I do really want to meet, pretty much dying to meet everybody in person soon, really soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Darshan Prabhu and Naveen. Yeah.
Hi, Baladev.
So Atena Mataji, are you ready? Can you go next, please?
Am I in the wrong meeting or what?
Bye, we were missing you. Bye.
Wow. Is this
Did
the
you
right thing?
just join?
I just joined.
It's
Yeah.
time for drum roll now. Grand
Oh,
entry.
okay, okay.
Grand entry.
Grand entry का पता नहीं लेकिन
Drum roll. Drum roll. Hey, Mridanga, please. Where are you?
I think I would rather have bread roll than drum roll. Okay. Give me some
But
bread.
you missed the best part.
Yeah, this is the worst part. I have to see like Nitya with a cake. By the way, happy birthday, Nitya. And this is torture. Like, I mean, I have no cake and I'm seeing you with the like Black Forest chocolate cake with the frosting in middle layer, the top layer, and the side layer.
Oh my God, it is so much.
Oh,
You are the best person to describe the cake, actually, even though you didn't have it.
yeah, and it's like melting away on the table. This is such a bad thing. But
So one piece is waiting and it has your name on it. Actually, my name on it, but it definitely has your virtual name on it.
did Gaurakumar make this, by the way, or you just like brought it?
गया बस के नीचे ये.
Oh, he didn't make it. I'm sorry. What do you say? Can you be louder, please, Prabhu? You didn't make it?
Oh, I made other things. I made tacos and
Taco you get from the box from the store. And what else?
Made paneer and chole, filling for their tacos, soft tacos.
Oh, so he kind of cut that paneer. Okay, okay, good. And the chole from the can, or like you actually? No, I'm just getting some ideas from you, so I can do the same thing. So yeah.
अरे भाई, let him come out of the bus under the bus now. He did quite a bit today.
अरे वो तो है, कब से 10 मैसेज कर चुका है मुझे सुबह से. So yeah, he has been working pretty hard on this. So.
Okay, so next Athena Mataji. Athena, yeah.
Hare Krishna. I thought it was I don't know the initiated name Prabhu, but Shashi Ran Prabhu was so funny. I can't follow that act. He has such a great sense of humor. I just want to say that I just even seeing your whole dynamic, just Garkumar Prabhu, Nitya Kishori Mataji with your Albany group is just really sweet and so funny. Wow. So Hare Krishna, Dandavat pronouns, happy birthday. When I first saw you over Zoom, I actually thought you were another student that Garkumar Prabhu was grooming.
It is true. It is true. You were not wrong. He's still grooming her. So yeah, you're right.
No, she's grooming him. What are you talking about?
You're right. It works both ways, in the marriage. So yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, it goes mutual way.
Yes, all the way to the Albany group. No, as I said, you have this beautiful smile, and then I learned that you're like this 6-foot model when I finally saw you in person at the Narsimha Festival at Bhakti Center. Sorry, I lost you. You're on screen. But the reason why I thought you were also a student was because you were so actively participating in the Wednesday night sangha and like Garkumar Prabhu's games. And then when I learned and found out that you were actually married to him, the first thought that came to my mind, honestly, was, wow, he is such an incredible partner. I mean, you brought your fire and your competitiveness and really like your seriousness to the games. And I can say that if I were in your shoes and my like husband was putting together a fun game for like these kids, I would totally play it off like and not take it so seriously. And but you really brought your all. And I thought it was just so sweet. I mean, you led me and Vrinda, and you were so intelligent by giving us those intelligent, I think, coming up with the signs with charades, which we won. And you just really you brought your all. And I felt like that was a very, very just great support and love for Garkumar Prabhu. And then just every presentation at that Dr. Marbubu gives at Bhakti Center, you're there and you're logged in. And I feel that profound support that you have for Dr. Marbubu, and I know others do as well. And I just really, really, really appreciate that. But even more than that, I have the utmost admiration and gratitude for you as a mother. While I felt the huge love and care of my mother growing up, I see you with Radha Kripa, and it's just at a different level. You know, when you were just brushing her hair and you like move the hair out of her face, and when you brush her, you know, caress her head, you have this look of love in your eyes, and it just radiates. And I feel like you have that every single time for her. You have a look of love. And truthfully, it's nothing to any other parent, but I haven't seen that in other parents, honestly. And I've seen that look that you've given her in the online sanghas, and while you were looking at her in kind of like the shoes area at Bhakti Center at the Narsimha Festival. And it really, really, really touches my heart and melts my heart. And I have friends who are parents, and I've never seen them look at their children the way that you look at Radha Kripa. And I know my mother loves me so much, but I don't think she's even looked at me that way. Just the eyes of love that you have for her. And so I personally feel like your love for Radha Kripa is it's at another level. And I also feel like you can just tell in your normal actions. There are times where you can't turn on your camera during the Wednesday night Sangha because you're in bed putting her to sleep. And that's every single night, and probably more, whether she's taking a nap or, you know, if she's ever sick. And it's just, that motherly love is so strong from you. And I just learned from one of the Albany Matajis that you gave up your career to homeschool Radha Kripa. And that means all of us knows that she's actually getting the proper education, a real education and proper education. And it's true, because every time I see Radha Kripa, everything coming out of her mouth is Radha Krishna Prabhupada. And that says so much about you and Garg Mahaprabhu and just how Krishna conscious both of you guys are. And then I also, while our children aren't complete, what I'm saying, the children are a very, very good representation or a product of their parents. And when I also look at Radha Krishna's face, there's something in the Chinese kind of tradition, there's like face readings, and I think there's probably something just in general in every culture. They say you can tell a person by their face. And I can truly say that I have not seen such a pure and innocent and cute child as Radha Kripa. She's the cutest child I've ever seen. And she's the most innocent, pure looking person. And so I really have not seen someone just so pure and so innocent. And I think there's something in Shastra that says that when one becomes so purified, they look more and more innocent, and like innocence is a sign of like internal purity. Garg Prabhu probably can pull up the Shastra that reference, but it's something in there, and I've heard of it. But and I think that just represents just how pure of a soul she is. But even on top of that, she just looks really, really, really happy. And when I see her, online and even at the photos from the Yatra and at the Narsimha Festival, she's just the happiest child. And I that is a testament to just how much love and care that you give her. And I've always said this, and I've been told this, that the hardest thing in this life, and as a duty, is being a parent, and especially being a mother. And it requires so much love, care, time, effort, and sacrifice And the Acharyas say that the closest to pure love that one can feel in this material world is that of the love that the mother feels for her child. And then you add on top of that special needs, and that requires even more care, even more love, even more sacrifice. So essentially you're a pure devotee and you understand pure love of God for Krishna, and you are going to go back to Godhead. These are like the last lifetime you're going to take, and I feel like Radhakripa is going to go back, and she'll just going to take her parents with you, just like Dhruva Maharaj made sure his mother was also going back. But that's just a reassurance because you already have your tippet back. You already have your tippet back, and Radhakripa is going to take you and Garkva Prabhu also back. And I'll just say that I am in such awe and respect of you as a devotee, as a mother, as a wife, and just as a person. As Vrinda Mataji said, I could only hope and dream and strive to be like you, 50% of you. So thank you for being an outstanding example and an incredible inspiration for myself and to so many others. So happy Hare Krishna birthday, Nitya Kishore, Mataji, Haribol. Thank you for being in my life and so many of our lives. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
For your so kind words. I hope that I can only live up to your whatever your glorification is. So I'm only aspiring to be one like that. So thank you so much. And I really love participating with you and Vrinda on that on the what is it? Damsharas and quizzes and yes, I loved it. I love participating with you. Part of me felt happy that when you said that you identified me as a student.
You have this beautiful smile that the other Matajis, everyone's highlighting. You have this youthfulness. And so I thought you were a student, and I was really shocked to learn that you were married to Garg. I mean, nothing. I just thought you were, one of us kids. It speaks
fun here.
And you're a 6-foot model that I learned. So I didn't know that until I saw you at the festival. I was like, wow, Garkumar Prabhu, you're very lucky. So for many reasons.
Yeah, I am. Thank you. Thank you, Akana. That was very articulate. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind words. So next we'll move to the Albany family. Anansaki Mataji. Anansaki Mataji, Sundar Gopal Prabhu.
I'm just, today I was reading the glorifications that everyone wrote for you, Nitya Kishori, and I was just thinking that how special you make everybody feel, every single person. It was so beautiful to read those from the heart, like, which every devotee had written for you. And I was just thinking, this is perfection for me. The way you make devotees, because Krishna says, right, more than pleasing him, he's more pleased with the way we serve, with the way we treat devotees, with the way we have interactions with them. So I was just so touched. I'm like, wow. And then I felt even more fortunate to have you as a friend. I was like, I'm so fortunate that I have a friend who's so inspiring and exemplary. I've always been inspired by you. And as I get to know you more and more, I'm more and more inspired. It's not, as we say, right, familiarity breeds contempt. That's not the case with you at all for me. I've been so inspired in my Krishna consciousness by a wonderful example. And I'm just grateful to have you. And I just pray to Krishna that he keeps you focused in your seva, in all the roles that you play. They are so exemplary. As many people mentioned, I don't want to again get into that, but you are definitely a very, very inspiring person. And I feel really grateful to be your friend And I just pray to Krishna that you remain focused in your seva, and you are always showered with lots of blessings and happiness, and you continue pleasing Guru Maharaj and Krishna with all that you do. You continue doing that, and please continue accepting me as a friend. I have a long way to go, but yeah, please don't give up on me. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you.
And Nitya Kishori, thank you so much for sharing your dosa recipes with Anand Sakhi.
Actually, true, yes. Whenever anyone likes it, I always tell it's because of my friend that I know this. She's a South Indian, she's taught me. So yes, thank you for reminding me, Amrita Kelly.
We have honored those, so I remember.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I have one very important question first. I have one important question. Is that downstairs auntie still there, or did she? Oh, she's there? Oh, so I think she's okay with Mridanga and everything.
She's compassionate today.
She's compassionate.
Nitya, I kept it close.
I'm feeling lonely, Mom.
Okay. Here, you want to wish?
You want to wish Miss
You can
Nitya
wish.
Mercy again? Okay, fine.
Wish.
Okay, it's in the comments. There are lots of people.
Yeah. Oh, Aji is talking to you, by the way.
Yeah,
She's
Aji
calling.
needs to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll come.
I'll thank you. Sorry, Gaur Kumar, I know all your disciples are present, so some things are supposed to be confidential. But I'm just setting the stage for Bhai to speak, so I'll open certain secrets and then he can reveal more. But yeah, Nitya Kishori, I want to thank you first because of you, Gaur Kumar started speaking to me after many, many years. Look, Radha Kripa is also here. She's sleepy. Yeah, Nitya Kishori, obviously everybody has covered many, many important qualities. You're very surrendered, especially to Gaur Kumar. Actually, what I was not able to do for so many years, you succeeded in doing so easily. You just surrender to all his instructions, whatever he says, you're able to follow. So, yeah, you were able to stay with him in the Bhakti Center in that small room, and you adjusted over there. Yeah, I forget how long you guys were staying there, but that was a very interesting phase for both of you. Completely dedicated to Radha Mulidhar Seva and having nothing else. Then from Radha Mulidhar, obviously you got Radha Kripa, and you guys are completely dedicated. You especially are completely dedicated to her service, which is very exemplary. Everybody has mentioned your motherly qualities, and those are very true because you have a very special affection, of course, for Radha Kripa, but I've seen with all kids, you're very, very affectionate to all children. So you have a very special quality with kids. Of course, you've been very loving to Dhriti. But in general also, like I see you have a very special affection for children, and you make them feel very comfortable. Of course, you make grown-ups also feel comfortable, as Anangsaki said. So, and all the credit for Gaur Kumar's growing disciplic succession, I give completely to you. All his new disciples and grand disciples, whatever will come, I think credit should go completely to you, because you're supporting him in a very amazing way. Anyways, with regards to that downstairs auntie who's still there, I'll just share for everybody. Did you, when was the last time you got darshan?
Last time, yeah.
Oh, only when I go there. So every time for those of you who know, every time I've been to their apartment, the downstairs auntie comes up to give darshan. So, yeah, last time my daughter was running all over the place. And after some time, the downstairs auntie came. And she was, so Nitya Kishori went to open the door. And I've not seen her. I've only heard her Vani. So I wanted to see her Vapu also. So I went behind Nitya Kishori, but only Nitya Kishori was standing in front. And then, yeah, there was a very big discourse that happened. Downstairs auntie Nitya Kishori. I didn't see her, but I was trying to get in and like see her and also tell her, sorry, this is my daughter, you know, it's not Radha Kripa who's making sound. Anyways, that downstairs auntie, if you guys, I know she didn't come up with Mridanga, so I don't think she's coming. But after she went, both Nitya Kishori and Gaur Kumar were like, okay, we should go and say sorry to her. We should go and apologize. But I was actually telling them that there's no need to apologize. It's not, because she was complaining, oh, it's late in the night and you guys do this all the time. But obviously they don't do it all the time because I don't go there all the time. I was there only for whichever day that was. And she only comes up when I go there. So only 2 times she came up this year. But I was telling them like, no, there's no need to apologize. But I remember like Nitya Kishore was like constantly saying like, okay, I'll go down tomorrow. I'll write her a note. I'll apologize to her. And I think she did that on the previous occasion also when she had come up. The previous occasion when I was there and she came up. I think the next day also Nitya Kishore had gone down to apologize. So yeah, you have very, very, very special qualities. Thank you for being our friend. Thank you for being such a nice Masi to Dhriti and taking care of her so nicely. Thank you for setting such a nice example with Radha Kripa, with homeschooling and just taking care of her in such a beautiful way that everybody is inspired. Actually, anytime we look at Radha Kripa, she's so happy. So happy child means that the mother is taking care very nicely. And you spend the most amount of time with her. And homeschooling is a very big challenge because then the mother never gets a break. Right? You're constantly with the child. So at least if you go to work or something, you'll get a little break. But if you're a home mom and you're homeschooling also, then you have absolutely no break. But you always look happy with Radha Kripa and Radha Kripa always looks happy everywhere. So that says a lot. Yeah, and also your love for Maharaj is very exemplary. You're very sincere about Maharaj. And yeah, you're always very supportive of Gaur Kumar and his expanding popularity. So you're supporting him very well. So, and thank you for your friendship, especially. So she's also very talented. For those of you who don't know, like she's excellent in painting.
Actually, I should
She's
show the Radha Krishna.
Yeah, she's very good in art, very artistic. She's very creative with making things from scratch. So she made this altar for Dhriti.
That's so beautiful.
Yes, so much attention to detail.
It's completely handmade.
And she never ever will. The best part about it is she's so humble about it.
So
like
you
it's
can
amazing.
you can actually remove the Radha Krishna. So she made it so that Dhriti can play.
And she does. She so nicely plays, worships.
So even this whole altar, she made it. Everything is from scratch.
And she made so many attempts before she got this final thing. So look at her patience, the time she removed to make it. It's, yeah, I have no words actually. Yeah.
Yeah, she's very, very, very talented. There was on Dhriti's birthday this time. Oh, she makes excellent chocolate truffles.
She is good in everything.
Gaur
The
Kumar,
list is endless.
Gaur Kumar promised everybody that if they contribute to 26nd Avenue as a monthly donor, every month they will get a box of chocolates.
I'm still waiting for my chocolates, and I need to like talk about that later.
But that
कोई
was a
minimum
fail.
amount है क्या? कुछ minimum amount है क्या?
वो scam है, scam.
The amount of chocolate hai, but the minimum of chocolate is 0.
Prabhuji, is it one chocolate or is it a box of chocolates? You need to clarify that.
Yeah, 1 chocolate per 10 years, Prabhu.
Just a box.
It's 2 chocolates, and you get it once in a year.
But those truffles are really good. I totally agree to what Sundar Gopal Prabhu is saying.
That is a leap year, so it's like 4 years now.
I never got.
No, I also never got. I gave a lot of my hard-earned money to 26 Second Avenue, and I never got. Only reason I got it was on Dhriti's birthday. That's why I got those truffles.
And you didn't even pay for that. Like, that's not fair.
Come on.
उसका ROI was Dhriti.
Actually, I got both the truffle as well as a greeting card too.
When? What?
Yeah.
Wow, this is another
Darshan,
thought.
you are a new inductee.
Oh, Darshan.
Yeah.
Card
So
I
it's
got.
the marketing aspect, right? Okay, I get it.
Acha.
We've done
Maybe,
it.
maybe Darshan is in gold membership or something.
The gold gym, yeah.
गौर कुमार तू एक चामर और पीकॉक पैंथर रेडी कर ही लेना आज पूरा रात करना इसको.
Yeah, let Sundar Gopal continue because I think people have to like get up in the morning too. So this.
I'll finish. So actually, she had made these truffles for Dhriti. So she packed each of them in, you know, those plastic eggshells that you get, Easter cake eggshells. So she had packed 10 of them in those eggshells. But because Dhriti's birthday comes on Ram Navami, Tithi wise, she put a theme of Ramayana on each eggshell. Like she put, you know, lotus feet on one, and she put Ram's bow on the other.
Then she made Hanumanji on one.
She made Hanuman on one. Like,
it's amazing how Krishna conscious she is. That's the most impressive and inspiring thing for me to learn from her. That everything she Krishnizes, whatever she shares.
Yeah.
Which is very sweet.
Even their altar right now, I know she makes a lot of the paraphernalia that the deities wear. The backdrop, the crowns. She does all that stuff.
She's extremely talented.
And of course, like finance-wise, also I know Bhakti Center, she was managing finances for a long time. So all the accounting she was taking care of. And I know it's like a very difficult thing to manage finances for a temple. But she was doing that service for, I think, almost 2-3 years. So she's very, very intelligent, very talented, and of course, like very, very devotional. So
I'm very humble about it.
yeah, I will stop here and
Yes, we'll stop here.
we can move back to one of Gaurakumar's disciples.
So thank you, Sundar Gopal, for one second, Mataji. You want to say?
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I mean, your friendship and association is something that I cherish. From day one when I met you in Bhakti Center, we were just talking about it once again. We don't go that far back as the Albany gang, but we go sometime far back. I mean, so definitely, we've grown, both of us. We've grown together. I think every step of the way was fun, and association was very loving. So every time we meet, if you all think that this is fun, just by hearing them talk, this was, when they come over, it's like 1,000 times fun. So, so it's we as a recipient have enjoyed more of your company than less. So, thank you so much.
Oh, one more. If any of you have not tasted, you have to taste Nitya Kishori's tandoori pizza.
Yes. Yes.
You're not helping the case of glorification now. You're telling everyone what you got from her when everyone has got nothing, right? This is not going to help the glorification. So I don't know what to say now.
It only means that you should come more often like them.
I was telling him like we should plan something. Anyways, like that's something. That's a glorification time. I want like unglorifying him.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll start with some devotees here who planned this whole event. We'll start with Karan Prabhu. Okay. So Karan Prabhu is sitting here by the laptop. You can turn. Okay. You can come here. Let's come. Yeah, that's Karan. Yeah. So Karan Prabhu is working for Amazon. Bye. He's also working for Amazon. He's also working for Amazon.
Oh, nice. Nice meeting you.
Okay, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Happy birthday to you. So I didn't know, like I think I'm very new in terms of getting to know you both, in terms of the students who know you personally. And one of my first interactions with Mataji was through Prasadam actually. So Vishal Prabhu had come here to help, and me and Vishal Prabhu were staying together. So Mataji had sent this tandoori pizza, like Prachi's thing. Yeah, so she had sent that, and was amazing. And then personally, my first the close interaction with Mataji was during our mentor and mentee meeting, Sangha. And I was so amazed to see that Mataji had planned all the games, and the way she was just taking care of Radha Kripa, as everybody was mentioning, throughout the time. She had like so many pamphlets and all she was taking out, showing to her, and all these Krishna conscious things. So I was just so much touched by that. And even recently, like during our Braj Dham Yatra, she had prepared like so many games, Krishna conscious games for all of us, so that we could all come together and open our hearts. That was just like amazing. And she's doing so much. I was just thinking that she's taking care. She's playing so many different hats, and then also able to do so much. And she has touched the hearts of so many people. Just we can see that how so many people are coming here today just by how many people are there. So I'm very grateful to you. I just hope I can do something for you.
Very well. Very, very sweet. Thank you.
Thank you, Karan. You are a very sweet devotee. And, looking at all of you, like, you're probably like half my age almost. So it's very humbling to see your, all of your, steadfast devotion at this very young age. And it gives me a lot of pleasure to associate with all of you. I learn more than whatever little that you learn from me. So it's always a big learning that whenever I'm
So Parijat Mataji, if you're available, Parijat Mataji, you can go next. I think Parijat Mataji, yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Best wishes to you, everybody, and especially to Nitya Kishori. I'm just so happy to be part of this beautiful celebration. And yeah, I just didn't want to miss the opportunity to basically honor her. And we haven't, met, but as is with the pandemic, everybody's meeting online. So that's my association with her, just having, online association through Our Lady's Sangha, through the Albany birthdays. And I just am so touched, by her beautiful qualities. And I'm so grateful to her actually that, somebody like her is part of Srila Prabhupada's movement, which is so honorable to have such a soul, with such a beautiful heart and mind being part of, our Krishna conscious family. And I was just thinking when everybody was speaking that, how she is actually like this, beautiful tree, giving support and shelter to, so many Vaishnavas. And I think the first branch, there's so many branches which you nourish. And, one is that she is a beautiful, very dedicated, a very surrendered and sincere disciple. And she is bringing so much, honor and glory to Guru Maharaj. So I really have so much of gratitude to her for that. And the next is that she herself, that, self-care, and she's always part of our, groups, discussions, always eager to know more, learn more, try out better things that she can improve herself. And I think that's also such a beautiful quality of a devotee, that you always are ready to learn from other devotees. You always want to improve and offer a better yourself in service, to your family and to your community. So I really appreciate that, despite all her responsibilities, she's always eager to take, care of herself to serve others. So, that's something I really appreciate. And I think another branch is, of course, she the wife. And as everybody said, that she is the spine, who is behind everything that Gaur Kumar Prabhu can do. And it's not easy. It requires a lot of, sacrifice. And it's letting go a lot. A lot of times I've seen that when you have children and spouses and partners of devotees who are leaders, to allow them to do what needs to be done for the movement. The other person is, actually, making so many sacrifices in the background. And she does this, so lovingly, so willingly. And sometimes, as it may naturally happen, that she may want to be with him or spend more time, probably have more family time. But for all practical purposes, things are not possible. But I'm sure she brings so much grace into that whole element of that service which she offers him by allowing him to do, what he does. So I really value and appreciate that. And of course, the next branch is she the mother. And that's, everybody shared so much that her daughter, Radha Kripa, is actually a reflection of the love that she's offering the child. And to think of that, she's actually the root of this child. So whatever Radha Kripa would be in the future, it's she's going to extract it from all what she's getting from her parents, and especially her mother, who is training her and her role model. So I really want to, express my gratitude to you, Nitya Kishori, for being, this very genuine, real example. We so much underestimate what goes into being a mother and, a parent. because that one soul is going to impact so many other souls in the future. And she's going to be a tree in herself in the future, supporting, being the root for somebody else and giving shade and shelter, fruits and flowers to somebody. So you are the source from where this is all coming. So I really want to express my gratitude to you for that. And I think the other branch which you shelter and support is the community. That we just see all the Vaishnavas who are here, students, devotees, part of the New Jersey community. I mean, even for me, being all across here in Mumbai, but I want to be there, to be and honor you. So, because you've offered so much to Srila Prabhupada's movement, and you just are so committed in continuing to do that despite balancing so many roles. So much gratitude to you for that. And I think one quality, if I were to think that I really appreciate in her, is absorption. She's completely absorbed in the role that she plays. So if she's a disciple, she's completely absorbed in that role of being a disciple and being chaste and a dedicated disciple to Guru Maharaj. If she is a wife, she's completely absorbed in that role of being the silent support. As a mother, she's absorbed. How I think Anand Sakhi was mentioning that she was so creative, and as Maharaj says, that love is in detail. So when you offer so much detail into something, that's a reflection of your absorption, and that's a reflection of your love in what you, and that's how Krishna also expresses himself to us. Krishna is, he loves us in such detail. And I really like that about her, that she has so much detail and she has so much absorption in what she does. So I really hope we get to meet someday. I can, just have the opportunity of your association. And for whatever prayers are worth, I was just now sometime back in Shringar Darshan. So I just offered prayers on your behalf to Shri Shri Radha Ras Bihari, and also to Srila Prabhupada, that they can always protect you, keep you healthy, keep you blessed. And may Srila Prabhupada, always forever be so proud of you for being such a wonderful example in our movement. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Bhabhi. Thank you so much for your kind, loving words. Yeah, I mean, every single word that comes from my mouth is nectar, not because you are glorifying me, but in every time you speak, it's like, it just keeps flowing, and I'm just so admired and in awe whenever you speak, and it just, I could see that Krishna is just, using you as an instrument, and having you, say those words. Those words are perfectly coming out of your mouth. I'm so honored to be in your association, and you're so personal. You sent me a personal message, even though we have not met. And today morning, I that kind of made my day to start the day with full enthusiasm. Thank you so much for being there for every one of us. Thank you.
My turn.
Hey, Prema.
So Nitya, you are, as what everybody else has said, there's just, there's just so many things that are so awesome about you that, I just feel like, we can just keep repeating over and over again. But just like how on your wall it says how, I think there's a message about being grateful that Radhanath Maharaj has, yes, contentment lies in the hearts of those who are grateful. So I really think that you have imbibed that, because you are always just like a content, happy kind of person, and you are really grateful, especially like, as we all have already noticed, your the way you take care of Radha Kripa, and you're just so happy and so loving, and I think there's just so much gratefulness there as well that you have. And that really shows in the way that you interact with her, and care for her and love her. And the contentment and bliss that you also are what show when you're with her. So definitely not only with her, but then also like the way you take care of Gorkumar, you help him in everything, all this these endeavors with the preaching and all the different activities with the Bhakti Center and everything. So it's really nice what you do. And I always enjoy our association. It's always nice when we get together. It feels like it's been an extremely long time, so it's probably due for getting together. But I really appreciate that you're always there whenever we have our monthly little girls things. And just like Parijat Mataji said, like you are there, you want to learn. Not only that, but you also try to direct the group too, right? Like, let's do this, or let's have a discussion on this, or and you're willing to share as well, like whatever you have learned, like from Sukama Mataji, or like a class or Maharaj, or whatever, you're willing to share that information, or like what like what you had learned from the journaling class that Chaitanya Charan Prabhu was giving, all those kinds of tips and tricks. I mean, not only are you willing to learn and always grow and be a better person, but I really just enjoy how you share that knowledge as well. And so I really appreciate that about you. The other thing is just that you're just, you just handle so many things. Not only are you homeschooling her full time, but you're still, then you're still a professor, which I don't know how you manage that in part time, and then of course helping, with all the other activities that you do. So definitely a great multitasker, and just so humble in all the things that you do, because you do so much and you do them so well, but yet unless somebody really starts to ask and get to know you better, then you only find out like all of your glories. You're such a practical, caring, kind person. You really put devotees first. And one thing I really, really enjoy about you is just that you're so cool and calm. Like you just have this smile and just like a nice, like kind of person to be around. Like, some of us girls have had issues, or the boys have had issues, but then you just like laugh and you just are like so cool and calm. And so I really appreciate that about you. So thank you, for your friendship. Definitely we do need to get together because it's been a long time. But may Krishna bless you, and may he allow you to continue to do all your great service that you've been doing, and take you to his lotus feet. So thank you for your friendship, and happy birthday.
Thank you, Prema. I mean, you all wear so many hats, and it's very humbling to see that you say that I wear so many hats. If you wear like 2 or 3 times more hats than I do, so, and still, still strong in KC, still bring up the kids in the best way, possible. I mean, look at Abhay and Arjun, and it's yeah, I mean, it's so humbling to see that you are glorifying me in that aspect, but you yourself are one, much more than that. So, thank you, and hope to see you real soon in person. Thank you.
I can go next to complete the couple. So, before, I mean, no glorification of you is going to be complete without, discussing the whole journey which Gautama did.
Not allowed to talk about people.
No, yeah, you have to be quiet. Okay, so if we go back in Albany days, and with the way Gautama met me, that situation is legendary on its own. The first time when he knocked at my door, he was looking for a room, and I didn't even know that he came to my house to look for a potential roommate. And when he opened the door with his masi, like he saw like 4 people just lying on the floor from the Friday night party, and he just ran back after that. So that was my first conversation. Well, not a conversation, but like look at him. But anyway, so if you look at like what 845 was at that point, Albany, he was on his way to become a brahmachari. Then no, from karamchari to a brahmachari to like sannyasi and then paramahansa. So that was his route, which was defined by our Siksha gurus without his input. So it's not he had any option. It was decided like that he will be doing like 2 years sannyas and then whatever that was, right? And then I if you think about that time, like we almost gave it like I will get married. So I was personally trying to convince him to get married at that point. Sundar Gopal tried a lot and he got married himself. So everyone who tried on him to get married and people who didn't try it or get married, they all got married. Even the brahmacharis who were telling him not to get married, they also got married. So, so it was interesting that somehow, he got like, everyone get married, but he himself didn't get married for quite a while, right? And then he went to Seattle and, we all went our own ways, New Jersey and everywhere. And then I found out that he got married and I was like, whoa, how is that even possible? And I was like, those days, like the fake news was not a thing. So I was like, it couldn't be fake news. Like it has to be like real, but how is it possible? How can Gaur Kumar get married? And I was like, wow. And then anyway, so, fast forward like the whole Seattle thing, then he moved to the New York City ashram. And then I realized, then I found out it was Nitya who he got married to. And I was like, wow, I need to find that Mataji. I need to pay my obeisance to that Mataji who finally got him to get married, because we all tried to get him married, right? He didn't. But then Nitya Kishori came along and she just like somehow convinced him to get married. So that is like for me, like, I mean, it's like, I was trying to do something, Sundar Gopal was trying to do something, and nobody could do that, and she did it, right? So for us, it was like, wow, who is she? How did she get him to get married? So that was like, my like, my curiosity to know her, and the greatness like started from there. For me, Nitya's greatness started from there when she got married to Gaur Kumar. And obviously, like, the more we know her now and the more I, of course I know her personally, but at the same time, through all the people who are on the call, through his disciples, I'm finding out about the glories of her. I knew about the glories of the chocolate truffle. Now I know glories of the tandoori pizza. So it just keeps on adding up, and it keeps also making me more and more hungry. But I hope, like, during next few weekends, I will try to make a visit to your home, and so we can eat all the goodies. But I have make a list. Okay, the menu has to be include tandoori pizza. It has to include the chocolate truffle, the South Indian, but no Prayoga rice by Gaur Kumar. Please, no rice made by Gaur Kumar. Right? I had enough in Albany. So coming back to the qualities, you possess, like, they're amazing. I mean, first of all, the humility, which everyone has talked about, right? And I think that for me personally, like, the calmness you have is something which really like resonates in me, right? Like the way you deal with situation, right? I mean, we know it's not easy to be parent, right? But when you look at, like, you being a parent in a special situation, Krishna has put you in, and special, like, Radha Kripa is to take care of her needs. You need a special person, right? And you are the special person who could actually do that. I don't think, like, as a parent, like, I would have the patience to do that. And you have this amazing love for her, and she's such an adorable kid. A lot of people have said that she's so happy. She's such a, she has this like nice smile, and it's kind of reflection of how you are raising her, right? And it's not easy. I mean, it's not easy to raise like in this age, right? I mean, you have to take care of, you have to take care of your job. You take care of like so many devotees coming from Bhakti Center. You're hosting them, and then on top of that, you have Gaur Kumar to take care of that, right? I mean, it's not easy, right? Like, you deal with Gaur Kumar. He's like constant meetings. He's like services like of turning on the computer every Sunday and turning it off at Bhakti Center. It's a hard service to do. I mean, and you're supporting him in all those services he is doing by being that power connection to the laptop he's turning on and turning off in Bhakti Center. So, these are all your glories. And then you are an amazing cook. We all know that. Like, I remember when we went to India one of those trips, we kind of, stayed at your place, or we kind of made a transit at your place, and you so lovingly provided us like nice dosas and idlis, and it was amazing. I still remember those South Indian dishes. And so for me, like, that always keeps a memory of a person, like the food I get from them. So that way you have like, quite a memory engraved in my head. And then like your dedication, like Ananda was saying, right, your dedication to details, and like what you make from the art point of view is amazing. But my personal uh you know favorite is your acting skills, honestly. And I was so amazed. I can't even, like, I mean, I don't even have words to explain. Like when I saw you acting in that drama we did, it was so amazing. You were so like flawless. So like, it was just like you were so natural. Like, it didn't even seem you were acting. And that's the biggest thing, right? For an actor, that you don't even seem you. I mean, I was like making like, all this, ways to, act on my lines, but for you to like so like flawless, just like, you just like went as if like just like your daily routine. So that was like good, like a realization for me that, wow, you have so many talents, right? Like, and that talent was something which I didn't know, and I found out. So that's amazing, and obviously, you are right now taking care of like the Mataji group now, with Sukhava Mataji. You are the conduit of her, the nectar which comes from Sukhava. You are the pipe which carries the nectar. There's a junction called Shamli, the T junction of Shamli. It crosses the T junction called Shamli, and then there's a spreader in the front which has like 8, spreading holes. So that those 8 holes are like Leena and Ananda and Shamli and Prema and all the. So it's just like, but you are that pipeline, that pipeline which is in news right now, the Keystone pipeline. Like, you are that famous pipeline which is taking all the nectar from Sukhava and just kind of, going through the T junction called Shamli, which sometimes get like choked up, and then the nectar could stop, and because of confusion. But yeah, it eventually goes to everyone. And now even Prabhujis are joining that nectar pipeline. Has already done. I am thinking of like joining that pipeline, because Jitu has been marketing that pipeline is so amazing from nectar perspective, and so many, it's a happening place to be in, because our Prabhuji group is dead. Sundar Gopal just shows up like once a week and look at the messages, and then he would just say a smile, and then he moves on. Darshan is busy with his life. The only factor we had common has moved to Florida. So there are a lot of like, challenges we are facing in that group. So we are really seriously thinking of going to the pipeline, which you have created like for the Matajis, and maybe you can do something like that for us too. But anyways, I won't take so long time, because I know people have to work tomorrow. But thank you again for being there for us, for being a good friend and a good like influence on all the Matajis. Because of your influence, maybe all the Matajis can stay within, calmness routine. So that good for our Prabhujis. So we thank all the Prabhujis. Thank you for being the calming effect on all the Matajis, including my Mataji. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. We are all like, everybody is like laughing here at the head top. So your presence, when you appeared in the Zoom call now, everybody's, mood just changed to a different level, And I'm not kidding. I mean, everyone was like, wow, we got other Prabhus here. So, your presence itself is amazing. And yes, thank you so much for telling everything as it is. I like that, yeah, about you. So thank you so much for your honesty and as it is. And but for the record, I did not convince him to get married. Just for the record.
Okay, how much you paid for that to tell me? But that's okay. That's his PR. But I know, we can figure out the truth. So. But thank you for taking care of him, right? Because I don't think anyone would have taken care of him, because all the people who decided to take care of him like got married. So thank you for being there. So,
Okay, now I think I will go. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So me and Jitu will speak, and Jitu, you want to go? Okay, he is graciously allowing me to go first, so I'm going to go first. Uh, so again, I am also from the Albany family, and I didn't know Nitya uh, until I met her one day when Gaurakumar moved back to Bhakti Center. And then one day he introduced me to Nitya. And I couldn't believe that Gaurakumar got such a beautiful and tall wife. So I was I was totally shocked. I was like, wow, this person here is a person who didn't even want to get married. And then when he gets married, he marries a model, like Athena was saying. Wow. So I was like, my God, this is such a, you know, shocker.
Oh, shocker! Gaurakumar का इज्जत का फलूदा बना दिया. I mean, he's not that bad looking either. मतलब बेचारे ऐसे नहीं बोलो उसको.
I mean, look, people are calling her his student. So like, just imagine, like, you know, but anyways, that is besides the point. So she graciously entered Gaurakumar's life, and then everything has been happy ever since then, right, Gaurakumar?
Yes, very happy, very happy.
Yes. So Gaurakumar thinks that he is very accomplished. He's become this department chair, and he's handling all these people, and he has so many disciples, and he's also hosting so many meetings and all that. But I just read a quote from Rigveda a couple of days ago, and this morning, when I was thinking about what to say for Nitya, I remembered this quote. So I'm going to repeat this quote again here. Um, the sun has tied Earth and other planets through attraction, and it moves them around itself as if a trainer moves newly trained horses around itself, holding their reins. So here, without saying anything, everybody knows who is the sun, right? It's
Who is the
Nitya.
horse?
So Nitya is calmly standing in between, like, you know, center. She's the center of the universe. She's calmly standing, and she's just by her sheer force of attraction. Everybody's moving around, and Gaur Kumar thinks he is doing everything. You know, that is the he thinks he is the controller, but actually it is behind the scenes Nitya doing everything very nicely, and she lets him believe that he is doing everything. So that is her greatness. So that was one thing that I noticed about Nitya, that you know, she's the controller, although she will deny, like, if you say anything, she will immediately deny it, and she'll be very humble about it. So that is one really good quality that Nitya has. The second thing is she's very approachable, very friendly. Like, I didn't know Nitya before I met her. I had heard about Gaur Kumar getting married, but I didn't know that in the first few times that we will meet, Nitya will it will be so comfortable to talk to her, you know, because she doesn't have an air about her, or that she was working for Microsoft, or, you know, she's just so down to earth. You can just go and talk to her, and you know, share your thoughts, your knowledge, whatever. She's so approachable. So that is another thing that I find really nice about her, because um, you kind of feel that she wants that friendship. She wants you to be her friend. You know, she doesn't ignore you in any way. She always tries to uh, she she kind of molds herself as you are. So, you know, let's say if I like a certain kind of thing, she will immediately say, yes, I also like that, you know, like, she immediately comes to your level. Like, I am not a big shastric scholar or whatever, but with me, she doesn't start talking about Bhagavatam or something like that, because she knows that it's just not going to go in my head. So she'll just come down to my level, and she'll talk to me, you know, about things that I like to talk about. So that is another thing that I really like, that although she's such good in shastras, and she knows a lot of things, she just comes to your level to talk to you about things and to be your friend. You know, that is another thing that I like. And actually, the most important thing that I like about Nitya is that she's so, you know, in this world, I have seen that there are friends and there are close friends and there are best friends. But as life happens to everybody, people kind of get very busy in their own lives and they don't worry about other people or what other person is going through, what other person is, you know, what is bothering other person or other, like even your very good friends, you generally don't kind of poke your nose into other person's life. But especially in my life with me and Jitu, I was going through really troubled times a couple of years back, and we both of us, we were like, we were almost like on the verge of exploding because we were kind of so sad from within, and we wanted to talk to people, but we saw that everybody is busy with their own life and with their own problems and with the things that they have to deal with. But it was such a pleasant surprise that um, Nitya, I don't know how, but somehow she understood that I am not, you know, well emotionally. So, you know, just like a very good friend or a mother would invite you, she invited me to her home and I stayed there for a couple of days. She fed me like 3 meals a day. It was so nice. For 2 days, I felt as if I've come back to my mom's place. You know, she was saying, just relax, just relax. And then she would cook and then we would eat and we would talk and talk. And then when the time was right, she asked me what was bothering me. So I was so touched. I instantly started crying because I didn't expect this from Nitya. I was not very close to her, but the way she made me comfortable and the way she approached the topic was something that really touched me. So she doesn't only have sympathy, she is very empathetic to people. And this quality of empathy is lacking, you know, because people are very superficial nowadays. They'll ask you something and then they'll let it go. But Nitya had that, she took that step, she took that trouble of coming and understanding what was going on with me and Jitu, and we talked. And I really felt so good that, you know, somebody cares. That, you know, when you kind of lose hope and you think nobody will care, but then somebody asks you something, you know, they say in Hindi, doobte ko tinke ka sahara, means somebody who is drowning, even if they find a straw to hang on to, they feel good. So that straw was Nitya at that time, and I'm really, really grateful to her that she did that to me. And I'll make sure that I carry it forward. And I make sure that, you know, I will be that person. If somebody else needs to vent out, then I'll also try and take that step in that direction. So that was another thing that I wanted to tell about Nitya. And I also have seen Nitya's, you know, human side. Like we think that we are devotees, we just chant and be happy and everything is going to be taken care of and we'll always be happy. But that's not true. Actually, you know, we are human beings. We also have emotions. And Nitya being in such exceptional circumstances, with especially with Radha Kripa, sometimes, you know, she has her moments and she's human. So I like that part, that she comes out and she says that, you know, says about it. So I'm really grateful to her for sharing her innermost feelings and her you know, her thoughts about it. So I'm really, really grateful for all that she shares with us or with me and Jitu. And I really am thankful for your friendship, Nitya, and I'm very, very grateful to you, and wish you many, many happy returns of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ashish.
Haribol Nitya, wish you a very, very happy birthday. Uh, I've never seen in the history of Albany birthday celebrations there is two rivers flowing together and merging. One is this Gaur Kumar Prabhu's disciple group and river, and the one is Albany, never ending. So you are the most unique person who's got these both the families together. Uh, but it's also puts us in a difficult spot because we have to be very thoughtful of what we are sharing here. Uh, it becomes very formal. Uh, Sundar Gopal tried a little bit, but he was stuck with some auntie. I don't know. Then Mataji wanted to always meet Sundar Gopal, but she came and met you and she left. And she comes only when Sundar Gopal shows up. So probably she wants to meet Sundar Gopal. So probably next time when you go, you don't go to Nitya's place, but you can go to that Mataji's place, and she may not show up to Nitya's place that day. And then Sri Gadadhar, he tried to make it a little not so formal, but he touched all the foodie topics, but not the actual topics, about before marriage and after marriage. But there were so many love stories between before the marriage. He didn't share any of those. And Sundar Gopal is one of that. He never reciprocated. So therefore, he moved on to his role of Karamchari and Brahmachari and so forth. And I also experienced that. Uh, but jokes apart, whenever I go to any occasion, to temple or any sangha, I'm always interested to see what I am getting out of it. How good time I will be spending there, who's talking to me, what am I learning today, what am I going to eat there today. I'm always thinking of what I'm going to get. Uh, but what I see you is doing, always giving, and not just to Albany family, but you being a mother to Gaur Kumar Prabhu's disciple group. They look up to you, and to so many other devotees that come and stay with you guys. I mean, it is exemplary, and it is unimaginable the amount of effort that you take. Uh, and those things are never the reason affecting your practice or your chanting, but you're so passionate about watering the roots, and I just love your thought process around it, and your grip on it, and how seriously and how passionately uh, wake up early and do your chanting. You are an inspiration. uh, you know, Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for being such a kind friend, accepting us, being for us, being there for us, and giving Radha Kripa to us. It, it's uh, it's a sweet bundle of joy. Uh, Thank you for everything, and we hope to see you soon. This pandemic has created very difficult times, and it's a lot of distance, but hope to see you soon. I hope I can see you guys this Saturday. If not this Saturday, but soon. And I wish you a very happy birthday. And may Radha Muralidhar keep keep you at their lotus feet always. Thank you very much for your attention.
Good. Thank you, Jitu and Aarti, for this. Aarti, what can I say? It's what you are doing. It's you're able to see that in others. And I've seen many times. I mean, even now in pandemic, you went and distributed prasad. And when my dad passed away, also, you took so much for me and for us. That actually lasted for 3-4 days actually. So it's what is in you see in others, and you have a big heart. And so, and I thank you so much for your friendship. And Jitu Prabhu, when Radha Kripa sees you, hands automatically raise and she blows you kisses. I don't know what kind of a relationship is there between both of you. So it's really nice. So thank you so much for being there for all of us. Yes, and we plan to be there at Rath Yatra on the 12th. So hopefully.
Can I go next?
Nitya Mataji. Oh,
Deepshika wanted to go.
yeah. Sorry, Rohini wants to sleep. Rohini, you want to come?
No.
You don't want? Okay. Nitya, Rohini wanted to sing for you, but she was actually very upset. I said birthday party, and there was like no cake and no balloons. So she's like, "What is this birthday party?" So then she said she wants to sing, but now she doesn't want to sing, and she should be in bed right now. So I'll send a video of her singing tomorrow. It was knowing you, Nitya, has been so amazing and so sweet, and everybody talked about how sweet a friend you are, and we are very fortunate to have you as a friend. Thanks for always reaching out, and whatever difficulties we are going through, you are always there, and I feel like you're that genuine friend who we can reach out to and ask for help or ask for guidance. And I pray that you have a very smooth journey as a mother, and um, your your motherhood journey is so different from ours. Even though we all have the kids of the same age, and they all play together, but still it is so different. And I pray that that journey goes very smoothly. You have talents for every other area, so um, yeah, just my prayers and very, very good wishes for your birthday. Take care.
Deepshika, I relish your friendship all the time. People say I wear many hats. You are the one who wears most of the hats. So whenever I remember hats and remember you.
Well, I have to tell you something though. I forgot. I didn't like prepare like everybody else. So I was very, very angry and upset a few days back. And then I was like, okay, I have to do the Nitya technique. I have to open my Dropbox, write down a journal entry and just get over it. And I did it. And I was thanking you at the end of it because it's like I was so upset and got all that anger out. So thank you for that.
I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah.
Learning is like amazing. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. And I look forward to seeing Rohini. Good night. Please, my brother.
Okay, I would like to say a few words.
Yeah.
You can hear me.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna. So I'm Nitya's brother, younger brother actually. So, so I have a little different relationship with her than you all do. I've known her as a very ugly sister when she was born, right, Nitya? So, and my kids and my wife have been watching this whole event with me, and they were saying, don't say she's a good mother, don't repeat everything that has been said, bring something, say something unique that others won't know. But it's easy to say something new, but I also want to say what I've felt about Nitya, because we've been extremely close from the beginning, and we've kind of kept that closeness throughout the years, right? Even though we were initially in different countries and finally ended up in US, but we kind of kept up with each other on a daily, weekly basis, no matter where we were in our life, either geographically or wherever we are. We've kind of kept in touch, very close to each other, and very close as a family too. So, you all said about how Radhakripa's relationship with Nitya, or Nitya's relationship with Radhakripa, very unique, being a mother, and she's a great friend, she's a great wife, she's a leader for the New Bhakti Viksha, New Bhakti students, and all those different things. But to me, she is Radha Kripa's heartbeat. Radha Kripa is there physically, but Nitya is Krip's heartbeat. So that's what I say, because I always see them together. They are always seen together. If I talk to one, I talk to the other. So that's what I've seen. Although you're more geographically and physically closer to her than I am, but whenever I can, we do the FaceTime call, and they're always together. And that's, I always think, how is it possible for Nitya to not to get bored and not to be, feel like that she needs some space, but somehow she's been able to do it. That's quite amazing how she's doing it. So from what you're saying, I also learned a few things, that she's an excellent cook. She made chocolate truffles. Either one of them, I don't know which one makes chocolate truffles, but I'm also been donating my very extremely hard-earned money to Bhakti Center. I've not received any of the truffles yet. And I also heard that she makes some pizza which I've not tasted. So would like to taste it at some point in time. But I know that she's past Bhakti Shastri. She's well versed in scriptures, so many things, right? So she's a great aunt to my kids, great sister-in-law to my wife. To me, she's a great sister. So what else can I say? So overall, I'm glad that I heard all of this. I'll be saying some of this, sharing some of this with my mother tomorrow when I talk to her. And I think she'll be very happy to hear firsthand from me what I heard today. So thank you for all your help and friendship and nourishing her and keeping her faith stronger in Srila Prabhupada's movement. So please continue to do so. Thank you. Hare Krishna. What, Nitya?
Avoid all to Gaur Kumar.
Okay. Avoid all to Gaur Kumar. Okay, that's good. Bye, Radha.
So now we have a few devotees here.
Yeah. All of these devotees spoke so much. Our offering is not even touching the surface. But,
Can you come near? Can everybody hear what Jitendra was saying? No. Come here.
Yeah, now it is clear.
So we'll be doing like something cute that we thought. She speaks something, then I speak something, then.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
It's like small kids.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Nitya Kishori Mataji.
Please accept our humble obeisances.
We wish you many happy returns of the day.
Thank you for sheltering us so nicely.
And nourishing our Krishna consciousness.
By setting an ideal example of a disciple,
A wife,
a mother,
a friend,
a sister,
a daughter, and most importantly,
a devotee of Radharani. We happened to look up your LinkedIn profile and we were in awe seeing your professional accomplishments.
By your humble demeanor, you never show how qualified you are.
Your simplicity,
Your attitude of being a wonderful spiritual partner to Gaurakumar Prabhu is amazing.
Something that we Grihasthas should be aspiring to achieve amongst us.
We have time and again witnessed our depth of Krishna consciousness.
Through your amazing Wednesday classes.
And in a more personal way during the Braj Yatra.
And how can we forget your cooking skills?
From the very first time we tasted the Thai curry cooked by you, we began cooking it often as per your recipe and enjoy it immensely to this day.
And Radha Kripa is indeed blessed to have you to be your daughter.
You consider all of us as family and take care of us like a mother would.
You have given us so many practical tips in Krishna consciousness which reflect your quality of being a Saragrahi.
Because you always think of the consciousness with which we should be doing our spiritual practices.
Thank you very much, Mataji.
On this day of your appearance, we pray that Radha Murlidhar bestow their choicest blessings upon you.
And you continue serving them and Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj in the amazing way that you are already doing. Happy birthday, Mataji.
So cute.
So sweet.
Yeah.
Somebody else said so sweet. Vishal, the host of the program. Small group. First Vishal. Vishal Prabhu. Come here.
with a short poem.
Oh.
Vishal Prabhu has written a very nice poem.
Could you come closer? Come here.
I dare to speak loud.
Okay.
A long poem.
I wonder where Gorkumar Prabhu would have gone. I wonder where Radha Kripa would have gone. The seed of their bhakti, how would it have sown? It was impossible if it weren't for you. Oh my dear mother, how may I serve you? I pray to Krishna and his beloved Srimati Radharani to bless me with both your Vaku and Vani. I'll serve Gorkumar Prabhu with all my heart so that I can please you. Oh my dear mother, how may I serve you? Being a soul so fallen and materially driven, I am grateful for what the Lord has given. Love always seemed further and further, my heart filled with pain and void rather. Oh Shri Radhe, what have you done? I already have a mother and you bestowed me another. The pain and void is now replaced with love. My dead heart is now flying like a dove. O Radha, my eternal mother, without you I am nothing but weak. Hankering, lamenting, my heart has a leak. Please protect my heart and put a fence. Bless me with a divine residence, where my head can always meet with the dust of my mother's lotus feet. God Kumar Prabhu told me about curses and choices. I will always choose to be with you, since I am anything but a good son. You can curse me if I ever hurt you. I pray for a benediction if you so desire, that I can forever and forever serve you. My eyes are filled with tears, and they may not tell how much I care for you. I beg for your shelter and surrender my heart. Oh, my dear mother, how may I serve you?
So also I want to say that Vishal Prabhu specifically got sandals for Nitya. He asked for her size and he wanted to get her shoes, the right sandals for her. So this whole week he was asking for it and he wrote this poem. He's not a poet. He doesn't like, this is his first poem he said. And he wrote this poem and as you can see it's genuine love. So thank you so much Prabhu. Thank you. So last but not least, someone could come there.
First of all, Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Yeah, one of the first people I met in New York after landing were Mataji and Prabhuji, and from there onwards, Mataji was very caring whenever Prabhuji invited to their house, and in fact, she is very well qualified. It's very rare to see in modern women that someone sacrifices such amount of let's say material program, what you call, maybe occupational duty that she might have taken, but she has sacrificed it for her family, and raising up a kid like Radha Kripa is, what to say, raising any kid is not easy, but raising kid like Radha Kripa is much more difficult. And from her words, I every time feel that she's taken it as her as Krishna's gift and is raising her as a responsible mother on behalf of Krishna, for Krishna. So that's tremendous, and Mataji is always very humble. One thing that's common between me and Mataji, I don't know if Mataji and says both of our hearts are, I would say, deeply engrossed in Radha Madhav and in Mayapur. And Mataji has stayed in the Dham for a couple of months, and that Dham consciousness now she is carrying far away from Mayapur to here, New York City, and that's flowing from her heart. Everyone has already shared all of her glories, and
from my position, I don't know how much what I can say with my poisoned heart. But one thing that I can say is she always puts everyone else above than her. So in any situation, she takes a back seat. Sometimes even I would say some things and she would always encourage. I know they're not right, or even like sometimes Prabhuji asked me to give some classes and whatever I say, she will tell, oh, very nice, new point. I got to know so much. Although she is so much trained, educated, she also has a very deep practical realization of bhakti, but always she'll praise the other person so much and take a back seat as if she is no one. So, like everyone else said, even I would ask Mataji if it's possible for her to give at least a drop of prem of Radha Madhav in this life, just like we pray to Tulsi Maharani, Radha Govinda Prem. Like that, I beg Mataji if you can give at least a drop of Mahaprabhu's Prem, Gaur Prem in this life, I would be happy. I mean, for me, Radha Krishna is very difficult in this life. I know that. I am happy if at least I get Nitai Prem and Gaur Prem, which a Dhamvasi of Mayapur can hopefully give me one day. Thank you, Mataji.
Haribol. Thank you all so much for joining today and for taking the time off, almost 2.5 hours. Thank you all so much. Very, very grateful to each and every one of you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. Haribol. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, everybody, for spending time. So
Hari
much.
Bol, Hari Krishna. It was nice to see all of you.
Haribol.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Mataji, happy birthday again, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Yeah.
Mataji, happy
Hari
birthday
Bol.
again.
Hari Krishna Nitya. Hope to see you soon. Hari Bol.
Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Such a nice program. Haribol.
और ग्रेस नित्य किशोरी माता जी की
Yeah. हाँ म्हणजे
Gaur Kumar, you are trying to escape,
Yeah, you should be speaking something.
but the session cannot end.
Yes, please share something.
Start with what you've been doing all day today, and then you can go for it. Have injection.
So I just want to echo what all of you are saying. First thing is,
Can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me?
No.
No, Prabhuji, it's very low sound.
So can you hear me now?
Why don't you come close to the camera?
So can you hear me now?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So I just wanted to echo what all of you said. One thing I can say. One thing I can say is that. Yeah. So one thing I can say. Hold on. I'll just mute. Okay. Okay. So I'll just be very, very brief. I'm very grateful, first of all, to have a wife like Nitya Kishori. And so she's always very supportive, as most of you said. But also, when you live with someone 24/7, that's when you really understand how serious they're in their devotion and how seriously they're practicing. And I can tell you all that she's one person who actually really strives hard to progress on this path. She has so much faith, way, way more than me, that this path will take her back home, back to Godhead eventually. either this lifetime or few lifetimes from now, who knows. But she's got so much faith that this process works. Also, many of you may not know, but she's tried almost every other path before coming to Krishna consciousness. She's tried so many different paths, and finally she had her own journey. She tried Christianity, she tried so many Nityananda and yeah, and Isha Foundation and Jagi Vasudev, so many other foundations, everything she has been through. And now she's finally understood that this path is the highest. And somehow Krishna brought her to this path. And she's absolutely convinced that this is the path for her. And I also want to share with all of you that we got Radha Kripa's astrology done. And this was done by our counselor, this famous astrologer in Chowpatty, who did it for us. And then there it is mentioned that Radha Kripa, this is Radha Kripa's last life. I mean, it was a 23-page astrology, a booklet that they gave us. Almost 22 pages were all about the negatives of Radha Kripa, that she'll have weak legs, she'll be fickle-minded, she'll be this, she'll be that. But on the last page, they say that there is absolutely no doubt that she will go back home, back to Godhead after this life. And she's here just to burn her bad karma. And one thing that they also mention is that she's very fortunate to have a mother like Nitya Kishori. And because of that, because of the love that Nitya Kishori is going to give her, Radha Kripa is going to take her back home, back to Godhead. And this astrologer who wrote this did not know anything about Nitya Kishori's life. I mean, about Radha Kripa's condition or anything. The astrologer was just told the name and the time of birth and so on. And the astrologer came up with this, and it was very, very accurate. So, I mean, I don't need to read this to be convinced about this path, but I have faith that Srila Prabhupada has given us this path, that if you just follow this, the way Nitya Kishori is doing it, like waking up early every day, not slacking, but completely focusing and striving to progress. If we just put our effort, then there is hope and there is promise that we will go back home, back to Godhead in this lifetime itself. There is no doubt in my mind, absolutely no doubt. And I'm seeing that daily, the way she's taking care of Radha Kripa on an immediate level, and on the ultimate level, how she has complete faith that Krishna will actually take care of her, of Radha Kripa. And in one sense, it's actually good that we have someone like Radha Kripa, because almost every day we are thinking about karma, we are thinking about Krishna, we are praying for Krishna's protection and so on. So we are also blessed for this. And yeah, she's always in the background. And also, she never likes to blaspheme anybody. She never, I can tell you because I interact with her every day, she's never once told bad about anybody. And she treats all these students as her own children. And Vishal Prabhu actually caught that at the last yatra that we were having. Vishal Prabhu caught that. She actually mentioned that I treat you as my child. And so Vishal Prabhu caught that, and that's how he wrote such an emotional poem for her. And that's how actually she treats everybody. She actually treats every single one of you, either very, very close friend, very, very close family member, and all the juniors as her own children. And she really genuinely cares. How is this person doing? How is that person doing? What can we do to help that person? And so on. So I've never seen that kind of thing. I've seen that in Sundar Gopal a little bit, but it's way, way more when I see this on a day-to-day basis. So thank you so much for everything. And she also takes very good care of me. Any difficulty that I'm going through, she always is there to support me, guide me. I always look out for any decision that I have to make. I always ask her, and she completely guides me. So she's the backbone of my life. So So thank you so much. I won't take any more time. I know these devotees have to leave soon because they have the car only till 12:30. So Haribol. So thank you so much. I'm very, very grateful to be in all of your association and looking forward to spending a lot more time here and beyond in the spiritual world together as one big family. Thank you. Haribol. Hare Krishna. Anything else?
Nitya, please take us all back home to Godhead with you and Radhakrishna and Gaurakumar Prabhu. We'll hold on to your sorry. Don't let us go. Thank you so much. Thank you for being in our lives. Hare Krishna. Happy birthday.
Thank you. It's been very humbling session. That's all I can say. I have to hear about myself and very less. I mean, most of it it's in the aspiration part. So thank you so much for putting up with me.
Haribol, everyone. Haribol, Haribol. Thank you.
It's very nice seeing everyone. Very bye.